Hello, everyone, and welcome to
Yeti.
Walks into Basecamp.
I'm Yeti Legs.
And I'm Yeti Legs. I am Yeti Legs, and
I'm
this
Basecamp.
is Basecamp.
If you didn't already know.
Yeah, if you don't already know that, you should, because this is what, like episode 25, 26?
I lost count.
It's getting up there. And you know what? We've gotten a lot of love from a lot of people lately. So if you've been listening to our podcast, thank you so much.
Yeah, it really means a lot to us, to be honest. Like getting to hear people talk about it and seeing people listening, it just makes it, I don't know, I feel really encouraged.
Rewarding.
Yeah, it feels very rewarding. Yeah. So thank you everyone for listening. And we really hope you're enjoying it. Honestly, we do enjoy getting to record these together, which is fun. Yeah. And also getting to interview people has been fun. And talking through our PCT experience has been fun. So yeah.
So this is actually going to be half of our first paid subscriber episode. The episode is B1, concerning trail poops. So the first half of the episode is super informative, talking about pooping and peeing and why you need to do it certain distances and how deep you need to dig your holes, etc. And then the second half of that paid subscriber episode is really just our stories, our anecdotes, lots of funny comments in there, and a lot of great questions from some of our listeners. So if you submitted questions for that episode, thank you so much.
Yeah, honestly, I thought this was a very informative episode because Wesley, Yeti Legs, he went into a deep dive on all of the leave no trace and why do you poop a certain feet away from water, campsites. And honestly, I was massively convicted.
Yeah. I did use feet and inches. I did not use meters and centimeters. So for all of you folks across the pond, I'm sorry.
You'll have to convert.
You'll have to convert in your head.
Yeah, but it was a really good episode. And honestly, if we're putting this on, we're not going to put this on YouTube, are we?
What, this one?
Yeah.
No, this won't be YouTube. This is just like a fun little informational episode.
Dude, my face was so red while he was telling all of these like specific parts about it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I did that. Oh no, I've done that.
But if you do want to see Basecamp's face, the only way that you can watch that video is to become a Patreon subscriber for us. And a link to our Patreon will be in the show notes. And through that Patreon, you'll get exclusive episodes, just like you would if you registered for our podcast through Spotify. Or also, we now offer subscriptions through Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, Apple and Spotify.
So we're up in the big leagues. We got like two of the big names now offering subscriptions.
Nah,
which is pretty exciting.
No, that's very exciting. Yes. I mean, it's amazing. And so we love everyone who can subscribe or throw a few dollars at it to listen. We have a few things coming down the pipe for our subscriptions, which is exciting. So like the Trail Poops one is just a taste of what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing stuff like that. We also have another one we're going to do period. And what is the other one? Personal hygiene.
Period and personal hygiene.
So we'll give some anecdotes on periods for females.
I don't have any anecdotes.
Yeah, but you can give some.
I can give some. I can drop some
knowledge. I can give some information, I guess, then on that one, and you can do personal hygiene. But,
yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, so we want to make our subscription episodes more fun, more informative, and also we want to be able to add with our Patreon just like different things that we've learned with the gear. Like there's we have a gear Excel spreadsheet on there where you can plug and play. We'll have a resupply spreadsheet on there as well for like towns. And we're gonna get creative. We also want to hear from you. What do you want to know? And we want to do some research, find out some information.
Yeah, we also we are uploading photos that we don't release on Instagram or any other of our social platforms to our Patreon subscribers, which we have all of 2 right now.
Thanks, you too.
Yeah, thanks for subscribing. So our Apple and our Spotify subscriptions are $3.99, and our Patreon subscription is $4.99. It's $1 more because you get access to all of those exclusive episodes, but you also get extra content. So for $1, I mean, it's kind of worth it. And really, the big draw here is that we have a living document of all of our discount codes on our Patreon. So a one-time subscription, you could even delete it, your subscription, after you subscribe, which is probably what I would do if I was you. You could just get those discount codes and you can use them. And the first code that you use is going to pay for itself just for that 1 month Patreon subscription.
Yeah, so go check it out if you're interested or curious, especially since hiking season is starting up.
Yeah.
And we're in the thick of it now. People are starting. Our friends are starting the CDT.
Oh, yeah. Kappa's already on the
Kappa's
CDT.
on the CDT.
Yeah.
And Deuce is going to be starting. Jedi's starting.
Mm-hmm.
Optimus has been on the AT for like only, not even a month. And he's already passed 700 miles. He's been crushing miles.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Go Optimus.
Get it, Optimus.
I think that's it.
Yeah. So this episode is going to be the first half of the concerning trail poops. If you want the entire episode, you will have to pay for a subscription. So this is going to be just the information that we feel like every hiker should know, or at least be refreshed on. And it kind of explains the why on setbacks and why you should dig your hole so deep and 200 feet away from water, etc.
Honestly, I didn't know some of these things, and we've been hiking for years.
Yeah.
So
you may be a little shocked whenever you hear some of these stats.
I was so convicted.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, yeah, we hope you guys enjoy this episode of Trail Poops.
Trail poops starting in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, there's that dog.
Yeah.
Fucking dog. There's this dog that, like, I don't want to say attack. It's the same type of dog too. It's that cattle dog that attacked Loba at the dog park. It's the same type.
Oh yeah, and it's the girl that won't pick up her dog's poop.
So there's a couple here that has 2 dogs. They have a black and white dog and a little brown dog that is a yapper, and they don't clean up after their poop. Like, they literally just let their dog shit. And I'm pretty sure they're bagging the poop, but they're just leaving it like on the side of the door.
Yeah,
of the outside.
So we have an ice melt bucket that someone was kind enough
to give us
to put underneath the awning, because sun comes out, it kind of melts the snow on the roof a little bit, goes down, and it refreezes at night, turns into ice. So you want to put it on ice melt so it melts it and you don't trip and hurt yourself.
Because we seriously, we live in like crazy cold weather, and so it just freezes in 5 seconds here.
Yeah, and they had to tie it to the post because people have been stealing their ice melt in their buckets. Come on, folks. But anyways, so there's no more ice melt in the bucket, so people have started using it as a fucking trash can.
So now people are putting their dog poop bags in the ice melt bucket. And I'm like, literally, there's a dumpster, and it's a 20-step walk. It's not far or hard. It's very simple to bag your dog's poop and put it in the dumpster.
And this is a great segue because today's episode is all about poop.
That was actually very unintentional.
That was unplanned, but so great.
That was a good segue. You're right. This is all about poop.
Yeah, and it makes me so mad because they let their dogs shit within probably 75 feet of the Blue River here in Colorado, which starts in Blue River, Colorado, from the mountains, flows down through Breckenridge, and then it's a tributary for the Colorado River over in Kremlin, Colorado. So all this water and all this dog shit and runoff and non-point source pollution from all these commercial places are just flowing downstream and going into the Colorado River.
The Colorado River.
Which provides water for millions and millions of people.
So,
but I mean, this is the world that we live in. We've created this for ourselves.
But still, people, why I just cannot comprehend, why are people so lazy that they cannot bag up their dog's poop and just walk to the dumpster?
And this is a great thing that we're going to talk about later. People think that dog poop is fertilizer. It is not fucking fertilizer. This is not cow manure. Dog poop is very different. And that's largely because of what we feed our dogs, and also because there are so many dogs. So we'll talk a little bit about dog poop later.
I'm
and
excited.
why it's not good to just let your dog shit in the woods. Well, should we get into our episode?
Let's get into it.
Okay. So I will, if you don't mind, I will do a brief intro and a rundown of some of these topics. And then I think we could just talk about it. How does that sound?
That sounds good. And yeah, that sounds good.
Is that okay? Because I'm going to monopolize the episode for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Am I able to interject too with questions?
No.
Okay.
Yes, you can. Okay. So
quickly. Again, scientists, research, understands that world. Me, not so much. And so he did all the research for this. He's going to talk through it and I'm going to listen. These are things I don't know yet.
I get a science boner sometimes.
Oh.
Bye.
What? Wait, so then when we're talking
like
not
not really, but
no, but then when we're talking about it, is that why you get so turned on when we're talking in the podcast about science things?
Might be.
With me.
A metaphorical science boner.
He gets so turned on after we do a podcast. He's over here like truly humping me after.
No.
Yes.
Dry humping. If you're married, you know what I'm talking about. You just dry hump. Like while your spouse is doing something in the kitchen.
Always with
brushing
a knife.
their teeth,
no,
something like that.
It's always with a knife. I'm like cutting potatoes and he comes up behind me and starts dry humping me. I'm like, this is the worst moment ever.
Maybe I like to play with fate.
Yeah, and cut my finger off. Like, I'm the one getting injured here, not you.
Yeah. I'm still recovering from being sick. So if I cough or blow my nose or something during this episode, forgive me.
Same. Also, we're trying to figure out how to... If you hear this noise, that is us putting our drink down.
We need a softer top table is what I think we need.
We could just put a blanket on it.
We could.
Well, that would actually help with sound, too.
Or like a leather or a cloth coaster.
Yeah.
That'd be great,
or
too.
that. Yeah. Okay.
But anyway,
let's get into it. Yeah.
Okay.
Talk to me about poop.
Okay. So to begin with, there are the 4 P's of leave no trace in the backcountry. The 4 P's are pee, poop, period, and personal hygiene.
Wait, they added period, like female period?
Yeah. But in this episode, we're only going to talk about peeing and pooping.
Oh, why didn't we talk about periods too?
That could be a whole other episode.
Okay. I like that. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
But I will say about periods and personal hygiene. Periods, I'm sorry, ladies, but you got to pack all that stuff out.
Yeah, we know that.
Well, not everyone does it.
You mean like leaving tampons out there?
I've seen tampons like on top of the ground in the backcountry.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Females, come
disgusting.
on, represent.
Yeah.
Okay, I will say on our female panel episode, everybody packed their stuff out.
Good for y'all.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, anyway. Okay.
And then personal hygiene. You can be as clean or as dirty as you want on a trail, but if you're being clean, please dispose of like your cleaning materials properly. Like pack it out if you're using like little cloths or rags or something that's disposable, or wet wipes. And so you can be as clean or as dirty as you want to. But if you are being clean and you're using soaps, make sure it's an environmentally friendly, biodegradable soap. Don't be taking a stick of Dove out there because it does have perfumes and other things in it that we would not like to get into our watersheds.
Like metals?
I don't know about metals, but honestly, I don't know enough about what is in soap. I just know that it does have perfumes, fragrances, and other things that we wouldn't like.
Yeah. So like REI has those fragrance-free, like you can actually use in the water, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also on the topic of personal hygiene, those wet wipes, do not bury wet wipes because most of them do have plastics in them, for one thing.
No.
It takes a long ass time for those to biodegrade. And those plastics still get into the soils. And even if you have an environmentally friendly biodegradable plastic wipe, I would still say to probably just pack it out with you, please.
Oh no.
But we always pack out our wet wipes anyways.
I know, but I think at the beginning of the trail I did not, because I didn't know.
So yeah, we'll get into that, but it's been a bit of a learning curve for
Education,
us.
y'all.
And the research that I was doing on pooping in the backcountry, I actually learned quite a bit and realized just how wrong we were whenever we started the PCT.
Oh no, I feel so bad.
So we're gonna talk today about pooping and peeing specifically. If you want, we can do period and personal hygiene in another episode.
I mean, I kind of like that too. That would be a good episode.
Yeah. But This is not like just an informative, like reprimanding episode. We don't feel like that should be a first paid subscriber episode. So half of this is going to be informative. The other half is going to be like great questions and kind of funny anecdotes. So looking forward to it.
I feel so bad already. Oh no.
Okay.
I'm reading from your list right now. I'm like, oh God, I have not done that. Okay. Sorry. Let's go.
So first of all, the good rule of thumb is that for peeing, we're going to talk about peeing first. You should pee about 200 feet away from any water course. So that's any little inlet, any major body of water, any pond, any lake, anything of that nature.
Can you explain why though?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Okay. So the reason why is because both our pee and our poop. I won't get into a whole lot of detail on like chemicals or antibiotics because a lot of us do take medications and those medications break down into certain compounds and you do excrete them through pee and poop. But I'm going to talk more about nutrients. So when I say nutrients, I mean nitrogen and phosphorus largely, not talking about carbon. So I'm going to get a little sciencey here. So whenever you pee, there's a lot of nitrogen in your pee. And
really? Wait, I didn't know that.
Well, urine is a nitrogen-based compound.
Okay.
Urine, urea, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yep. So it's a nitrogen-based compound. And what is in an ecosystem is in that ecosystem. Think of it as like you take a snapshot and everything that's in it is in it. And stuff that's in it tends to stay in it, just changes like different forms that it is in. But whenever we go into those systems, we usually add stuff to it. So like our pee and our poop, even if we're handling it properly, it's still adding nutrients into that system, which otherwise wouldn't be there naturally.
Which is good or bad?
Which is bad.
Okay, the ecosystem doesn't want it.
Yeah, and I'll get into that in a minute. But like, don't think of whenever you go out to the backcountry and you pee and poop, don't think of that as fertilizing the system because it's throwing the balance out of whack is what's happening.
Oh no! And there's so many people that pee and poop in the backcountry.
But there are positive upsides to this.
Okay, good.
Which is why some of these leave no trace rules are in place.
Okay. So the 200 feet from water.
So you're supposed to pee about 200 feet from water. There's nothing mentioned about peeing a certain distance away from like a trail or a campsite. But I would say use your best judgment and have discretion for people who would be hiking on that same trail or using that same campsite. At least 50 to 100 feet away from trail or camp. I think I've read 20 to 25 feet off of trail, which, I mean, I've broken that plenty of times in my life, but just talking proper trail etiquette. Right.
Okay, but here's my question though: is it the reason you are supposed to pee 200 feet from the water is because when it rains, is it going to like trickle it down into the water? Is that a part of the idea?
Yes, because you don't want that urine to get in the water.
Right, because then that would be bad.
If you pee 200 feet away, even if a rain event or like some type of event like that happens where moisture gets into that soil and it could possibly leach into the watershed, 200 feet is so far away that it's most likely just going to keep seeping down in the soil as it goes because water follows the path of least resistance. Okay. So it goes downhill even as it's flowing.
Okay. That helps me understand.
Yeah. And so you're trying to not put all that extra nitrogen and of course, whatever else is in your urine, like in those water systems.
It makes sense.
And the reason for that is because the soil is full of fungi and it's full of bacteria. It helps like utilize those nutrients and decompose stuff way better than like if you're just pissing in a watershed.
Okay.
And the reason you don't want all those nutrients in water is because if too much gets in there, if too many people are like peeing and pooping near a water source, then it could cause this thing called eutrophication, which is where there's so much nutrients in that watershed that it's causing like algae and things like that to start to grow in bigger numbers. And as algae grows, it can like it utilizes a lot of the dissolved oxygen in the water, so it chokes out the marine and the plant life that's living in those watersheds. So that's like worst case scenario, but if everybody just avoids it and just doesn't do proper leave no trace practices, it can lead to stuff like that.
Wait, so what you're telling me is that if people pee close to water or pee in the water and a multitude of people do this, then it actually can kill the marine life in there.
It's called nutrient spiraling.
No, that's so sad.
So think of like what's a good example? Think of like boba tea.
Like if you have a whole bunch, like a big old thing of boba tea, you know, it's got the little balls in it or whatever.
Yeah.
So the balls are suspended in a solution. If you're like spitting out the solution, or you're like letting it flow downhill, like the balls fall out of suspension and they touch the bottom, right?
Yes.
Well, it's the same thing with like nitrogen and phosphorus and stuff in our pee and poop. Eventually it'll adsorb into the soil, or it'll get used by stuff that we would otherwise not expect to have access to those nutrients.
Wow. Do you think that it's gotten worse though over the last couple of years because more and more people are through hiking and probably don't know these things like we didn't know when we started the trail?
I think there's probably an issue with over demand for these outdoor spaces and not enough people being educated in the proper practices for going outside. Because I mean, like on the Colorado Trail, for example, I usually saw toilet paper stuffed under logs, rocks, or just sitting on top of the ground within a mile or two of trailheads, which tells me that it's not like the avid hardcore backpacker going out into the deep country who's doing all this. It's the people who are driving up to these trailheads who probably don't have a whole lot of clue in about leave no trace practices and how to properly pee and poop and get rid of stuff and pack it back out with you.
It's really sad.
It's disgusting is what it is.
It's sad.
And then when you get into the topic of leaving like food packaging, that's when you start to food condition animals, and that's what makes them more aggressive towards people, which is what hurts people and kills the animal. But this episode is about pee and poop, so we won't go there yet. I do want to do a Leave No Trace episode because I feel so passionately about this.
You do. Which I think is good. It needs to be, people need to be educated about this. This is something that's very important. Yeah.
And so I do want to talk about one more thing on peeing real quick. So the 200 feet from water is like in a, like kind of an arid desert landscape, or specifically like a forest. But whenever you get above tree line into alpine tundra environments, it's suggested that you pee on the rocks, because there are critters, and specifically mountain goats, in a lot of these alpine environments, and they love your pee because your pee has salt in it. And so
they do. It's true.
Deer will go after your pee.
Marmots, bighorn sheep.
But goats as well. And one of the reasons you would pee on rocks is because they'll still go after your pee even if it's on the rock. But if you're peeing on like fragile vegetation up in alpine environments that are already struggling to survive, and these mountain goats are like, oh my gosh, there's a giant load of pee right here, like let's dig it up and get it. They're digging up that fragile vegetation in those alpine systems.
I can't tell you how many times I've peed on vegetation.
So if you got to take a piss above tree line, pee on a rock, please.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What if there are no rocks?
There are rocks in alpine environments.
Okay, you're right. There's lots and lots of rocks in
lots
alpine.
of rocks.
Okay, touche.
Yeah, so that's all I wanted to say on peeing. The rock thing I did not know about, but after I read about it, it makes perfect sense.
Now I'll be thinking about this every time I'm climbing a 14er. And
it is helpful.
Oh, it is helpful.
It is helpful. Okay, now on to pooping. Pooping. So the reason that rules are in place for pooping in the backcountry is to get that poop degraded as quickly as possible. And the components that break down poop quickest are bacteria, fungi, and water. And the reason you need the water is because water promotes fungal and bacterial growth. So it's kind of necessary for the two to exist. Does that make sense?
Yes, but like water, is that why you dig it so deep? Because there's water underneath, like the 6 to 8 feet.
So you dig it so deep for a different reason.
But where does the water come from?
So the water is just naturally occurring in a lot of soils.
Okay.
So okay. I'll say this real quick. For arid environments, when I say arid, I'm talking like desert. It's recommended that you pack out your own poop and your own toilet paper.
Dude, but when you're out there for like 5-6 days.
I know.
And you take wag bags of poop and put them in a Ziploc bag, that becomes like 5 pounds.
And if you don't pack out your own poop and toilet paper in those arid environments, and arid can also mean alpine as well, that it's suggested that you dig a hole 3 to 4 inches. And the reason is because those arid environments are typically very rocky. So it's going to be super difficult to get 6 to 8 inches.
Oh, so 3 to 4 inches in those areas.
Yeah. Now, I am not saying that to promote people to dig more shallow cat holes in desert terrain or in alpine environments, but that is the suggestion just because of the difficulty. And the staple for like digging a cat hole, if anybody's been in the backcountry and they've looked up anything about digging a cat hole, you're going to see 6 to 8 inches deep and about 3 to 4 inches wide. And the reason for that, and also the location for that, is basically a forest or a grassland. And the reason for that 6 to 8 is because it's far enough down that other people or other critters would have a difficult time accessing it, but also because water, microbes, and fungi tend to be around 6 to 8 inches from that topsoil. And you're trying to get the poop down there to where it can best be biodegraded.
Decompose there.
But also there's oxygen that those microbes can access and that fungi can access that they use to respire or break down that poop.
That's so cool. So is it like it's eating the poop?
It is eating the poop. Because your poop is just, it's decomposed nutrients is all it is. It's a giant load of extra nutrients and fibers.
Wait, but you said that it's not good for the environment.
Exactly.
But if the bacteria and the fungi is eating it, then is it good for the environment?
Well, they're eating it and they're utilizing it, and it's not getting into the watersheds.
That's what's the most important.
The watershed is the important part.
Okay.
Because those riparian watershed areas are super fragile.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah, and if you throw a whole bunch of nutrients from your pee and poo in there, then it can throw off the balance of the water.
Wow, that's sad. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I'm getting this feeling real convicting right now.
And honestly, I haven't looked into this, but the reason I would have to guess also for the 3 to 4 inches deep hole in the desert is because there's not a whole lot of bacteria and fungi in those desert soils. So at least digging it 3 to 4 inches allows you to like miss the rock barrier, but dig it, cover it up, and maybe the sun will just cook it and decompose it over time, if I had to guess, but I haven't looked into that.
Okay. Man, are we going to start packing out our shit in the desert now?
I mean...
we have poop bags now from Loba.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I think burying the poop is okay, but I think always packing up the toilet paper.
Speaking of poops, you know what helps you poop regularly on trail?
Oh?
Lots of healthy fiber.
Oh my goodness.
And you get fiber from wholesome grains and vegetables. Do you know where you can get some wholesome grains and vegetables?
Where?
From some Farm to Summit dehydrated meals. That's right. They offer vegetarian and vegan meals, but at no expense to the calorie count. So you're going to get a huge bang for your buck and lots of fiber in those Farm to Summit meals. We have been given a special discount code to offer you. The discount code is Feed the Yeti 20. All one word, Feed the Yeti 20. That'll get you a 20% discount off of your entire purchase at Farm to Summit. We really enjoy supporting them because not only do they offer great meals, but they also have lattes, which are a huge treat on trail.
Dude.
And they're based out of Durango, Colorado, which is where the terminus of the CT is.
Local support, y'all.
Supporting local.
They also are coming out with a mushroom pot pie, and I am so freaking excited. So yes, you'll get 20% off with this discount code. Please take advantage of it.
Yeah, you should. We don't get commissions on this one. We just want to share some love to our listeners and get you a little bit of a discount for some great food on trail. And be sure to keep yourself regular. Lots of fiber.
Because we all need that on trail.
Oh, the Scots love porridge. It keeps them regular. They say if you're having issues with the bowels, a good bowl of porridge will keep you right.
Well, that wasn't too bad of a...
It'll get you right.
Scott. Here, do our discount code in a Scotch accent.
Ooh, aye. So the discount code is Feed the Yeti 20. I don't know.
That was great.
FEEDTHEYETI
And don't we have a link in our show notes to the Farm to Summit so you can click on that?
Yes, we got a
Boom.
link in there already, so you can just use that, and happy shopping.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And that's another important topic. So real quick, before I get into the toilet paper bit, 6 to 8 inches for a cat hole in like a forest or grassland environment, 3 to 4 inches for area like desert or alpine environment. But ideally, if you can, pack out your poop in desert or alpine environments, please.
Oh man. See, okay, I want to say though, we're saying all this, but we have definitely not done that.
Well, as long as you're pooping in the trees, you're okay. Because trees equal fungi and bacteria.
Wait. So if we're in the desert and we see bushes, does that count?
Trees are really the clue in for that.
So bushes don't count.
I'm not too familiar with bushes and shrubs, but I do know that trees communicate with fungal networks, and there are bacteria associated with all that as well. So if you see trees, think okay to poop. Grasslands, kind of okay to poop. But desert and alpine, you could poop, but ideally try and pack it out.
What if there's a tree in the alpine? Like one tree.
One tree?
You can poop then, right?
Are you going to want to poop that exposed?
Well, if I really got a shit, then yeah. It just comes out sometimes.
I would say
it hits me at the worst time.
I would say if nature's calling, then you got to go.
What if I have no poop bags?
Just follow those rules.
3 to 4
3
inches.
to 4 inches. Best case scenario, pack it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm saying all this to say that we are giving information, but
Yeah.
we definitely we need to adhere to these ourselves. Like this is new information for me.
Yeah,
that
some of
he's
this is new
sharing.
info to us. And we'll talk about how we malpracticed in this.
Yeah.
Arena.
The packing out the toilet paper we definitely have done.
Yeah, we bungled that one.
Yeah, at the beginning of the PCT we did not know.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
anyway,
So-
moving on.
So 6 to 8 inches deep for a forest or grassland cat hole.
Okay.
3 to 4 for arid or alpine. Pack it out. Best case scenario. Always has to be at least 200 feet away from water. So you want to pee 200 feet away from water. You want to poop 200 feet away from water. And L&T also said that you want to poop 200 feet away from a trail and 200 feet away from a campsite. That might be a little bit limiting depending on where you're camping. So I would say if you're picking a hierarchy for what to poop from, try and keep 200 feet away from water.
Here's another question I have then.
Yeah.
For the person like me who's really bad at measurements and is like, I don't know if this is 200 feet. How many steps would be 200 feet?
Well, if you have a size 12 shoe, you can just walk out 200 foot.
So if you have a
steps.
size 7, I wear an 8. So I need to walk 350 maybe?
The rule of thumb is 75 adult-sized walking gait steps.
75. Oh, gate steps?
So like a normal walking gait for you takes 75 of those, and that's about 200 feet. It's not going to be the same for everyone depending on your leg length and your stature, but
Okay. All right. I just wanted to know so that I can
yeah, I've seen 70 feet or 70 paces and 80 paces, but I'm just going with the average, so 75
Okay.
because it
Yeah,
feels
yeah.
like a nice medium.
Yeah, that's great. It's
Yeah.
great. Okay.
So 75 paces equals about 200 feet away from water or wherever you're trying to get away from to poop.
I'm feeling so convicted by this. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God, I am a horrible thru hiker.
Yeah. So let's see. Cat hole, 6 to 8 inches. Pack out waste. Yes. Once you have done your business in the hole, refill that hole with the same dirt that you dug out of it
I do that.
to replace everything back in there.
I do that.
And if you have access to implements like rocks or sticks, you definitely want to try and cover up that disturbed soft soil as best as you can. And if you're really cool and you have a stick the stick in the middle of it. And it's like hey, don't poop here because someone just pooped here.
Oh yeah, because we've definitely experienced that on trail where we have actually.
I've stepped in other people's shit because
Yeah.
they just didn't mark it.
Yeah, I've definitely
But what are you
dug
gonna
up
do?
some people's shit. It was fun.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, let's see. toilet paper. This is going to break some people's hearts whenever you hear this. Toilet paper and wet wipes. Always, always, always pack it out.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I'm all about that now. Now, I did not know that at the beginning, but now I do.
To be fair, whenever we started the PCT in the SoCal desert going northbound, we buried both our poo and our toilet paper. And we got it.
True confessions.
We got it 6 to 8 inches deep, so I don't feel guilty about that. But just know that poop decomposes a heck of a lot faster than toilet paper, because toilet paper is hard and softwood pulp formed into like a toilet paper sheet. And
I know, it's true confessions. We definitely did that at the beginning, probably a couple weeks, and then somebody made a comment, I think. And we were like, wait, oh no, we haven't been doing that.
Yeah, we before we started the PCT, we did some research on LNT, and we saw, dig your cat holes, bury them, etc. Pack it out. But whenever we read pack it out, it wasn't specifically.
It did not specify.
Specifying to use toilet paper. So we were packing out all of our like food trash. And then finally someone made a post in one of the
that was what it was,
the Facebook groups about packing out your toilet paper. And we started looking into it, and I was like, oh my God, we've been doing this completely wrong.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm a high avid, like, pack out your toilet paper, y'all. I know it's disgusting to have your shit on it, but like, get a big zippy and just suck it up and do it, and put it somewhere where you don't care, but like, you just got to. You just have to do it.
And if you don't want to pack out your toilet paper, stay at home. Honest to God.
Harsh.
Honest to God.
Don't do it.
Like, if you know that you're not supposed to take toilet paper and bury it, but you still do it, like, you don't have any business being out there, because it shows a lack of respect. We were ignorant whenever we started the PCT on that. So I give us some grace on that. But as soon as we figured it out, like, we started taking responsibility and packing it out for the rest of like the 2,100 miles.
Yeah. And I will say, like, this is not to like shame anyone. If you've been doing something and you're like, oh shit, I've been doing that. Like, there is no shame in this. If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
But once you have this information, then you get to decide what you want to do with it. But I will say, just like you said, the environment and nature itself gives so much to us when we're through hiking. The least you can do for nature is give back to it.
Yeah.
And respect it and cherish it. So don't fucking put your toilet paper in your poop hole like we did at the beginning.
Yeah. I feel like not knowing is one thing. You should do your due diligence and research better than we did before we started the PCT, and know what you should do in the backcountry. But once you have knowledge of this type of stuff and what best practices are, you are now accountable for your own actions.
Yeah. So don't listen to this podcast if you don't want to be accountable, because then you'll just continue to through hike and go, I don't know anything.
But, the only people that I'm shaming and saying all this is us, because
I'm turning red over here.
We screwed the pooch at the beginning, but
it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. So yeah, those are kind of best practices for peeing and for pooping. Some places do require you, no matter how deep you dig your holes, they require you to pack it out. Like Muir Camp at Rainier, they require you to pack it out. Like, you just got to pack out your own shit.
Yeah, I mean, mountaineering, like 100% glaciers, you have to pack out your shit.
Yeah, because you're just gonna
easily.
How are you gonna dig in the ice?
Like, duh.
But yeah, also,
how's it gonna decompose?
Also, some desert environments required as well. So especially parks.
So AZT.
Well, it depends on it's typically like these national parks.
Oh, so like Grand Canyon.
Yeah. So look up the regs for the place that you're going before you go and see how to best dispose of your waste. If they let you dig a hole, great. But just please pack out the TP.
RESPECT.
Yes.
Find out what it means to the nature.
Okay. Dog poop.
Oh, Wesley's
Very
favorite thing to talk about.
Dog poop.
Listen, we have a dog now, so we can talk about this.
You need to bag your dog's poop. I would say.
Period.
Yeah. You need to bag your dog's poop. An alternative would be to bury it, but just make sure you're still following those same parameters 6 to 8 inches, 200 feet away from water. Yeah, but I'm always going to advocate for bagging your dog's poop. And just make your dog carry it out.
That's what we do.
We make our dog carry.
We have a backpack and we put it in there with a Ziploc bag.
Okay. I'm going to read off a stat. This is from leavenotrace.org. This is where I got a lot of my information. I did also get information from the Trek and a few other sources as well.
I'm sorry, my computer is going crazy. It agrees with you, babe.
It does. It's giving like a thumbs up.
It gave a thumbs up and fireworks when you said that.
It's pretty great. So leavenotrace.org is where I got a lot of this information. But across the U.S., 83 million pet dogs produce 10.6 million tons. That's 21 billion, 200 million pounds of poop every year.
That's so much shit.
Yeah. And you might say, oh, well, my dog is just pooping on the ground. It's making fertilizer. Like, what's wrong with that? A bear shits in the woods, like other critters poop in the woods. Well, this kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Like, the bears are supposed to be there. The critters are supposed to be there. They're eating what's in that ecosystem. And yeah, whenever you eat stuff, you like pull some of the energy back from it and use it for your own self. But you poop it back out. So you're putting nutrients back into the system. So think of it as like a closed system. And we are the outliers to that. Us and our dogs, like we're the outliers. And the big issue here is, yeah, like a bear eats berries and it poops them out. And studies have been shown that like whenever animals consume seeds and they defecate them out, like that process, that digestion process kind of makes the seed start to germinate. And then when it's pooped out to like this mass of like usable nutrients that it can use to start growing. And so
it's like we're the aliens.
Yeah. So nature is doing what it's supposed to do. The stuff the animals are eating found out in the wild, they're supposed to eat it, and things work together in a synergistic way. And whenever we come in, we kind of throw all that stuff, that synergy out of balance. And
so do our dogs.
And so do our dogs. And so peeing is one thing. You can't control where your dog's going to pee. Your dogs will pee huge amounts. Anyways, whatever. But the poop, you need to manage the poop, because in poop, large quantities of nitrogen and phosphorus, those like nutrients that we talked about earlier that you don't want to get into the watersheds.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How, when you say 21 billion, 200 million pounds, can you give a visual of what that might look like? Like, would that be as big as our apartment building?
10.6 million tons?
Yeah. How big is that? Like, if you could put it into perspective on a visual.
I don't know.
I mean, is that bigger than our apartment building?
Probably.
That's so much shit.
I would say take all the traffic at a dead stop between the Eisenhower Tunnel and Georgetown. That's a shit ton of shit.
Oh my gosh, that's so
It's
much.
A lot. But I have no idea how to quantify that.
Okay. I just wanted to like visually see it in my head.
But tons. Think about it. Your car is several tons.
Several tons, and that's not 10.6 million tons.
That's a lot of tons.
So that's like millions of cars piled up.
Your mama's so fat, she weighs as much as poop from 83 million pet dogs a year.
Oh my gosh. We still doing your mama so fat, Joe?
Your mama's so fat.
No.
Oh my gosh. And so yeah, you're trying to keep nutrients out of the watersheds specifically.
If you know me at all, you might know that I love meat sticks. Specifically one meat stick. But if I were to choose an actual
where are you going
edible
with this?
meat stick, I love Nick's sticks. And if you haven't heard of them, you really should go check them out. We have a link in our show notes, and they really are good. They have tons of options. They have a chicken option. They've got a beef option. They got a turkey option.
Mm-hmm.
And they mix them and match them. So you get like different flavors for whatever craving that you're having on trail, especially on trail. Or if you're running, it's a really great snack to throw in your runner's pack.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing that when we've been hiking on our like 6-mile hikes, grab one with a snack. But on trail, like a through hike, I love me some meat sticks
Mhm.
with cheese sticks wrapped in a tortilla with mustard and mayonnaise. So the Nick sticks are really hitting the spot right now.
Isn't that kind of ironic? We have a code for meat sticks, and then we have a code for vegan vegetarian brand.
Should we not put those in the same? I
Oh,
mean,
oh,
I
they
love
should
my...
definitely. It's food.
And you know what, though? If you aren't a vegetarian, though, and you really want to try Farm to Summit, you should then get some Nick sticks, meat sticks, and put them in your Farm to Summit dehydrated meal.
I'm sure they wouldn't be offended.
I think they're really good.
Yeah.
Anyway, but if you would like that discount code, click on our show notes link and then enter the discount code N, which is N as in Nancy, S10. So that's NS10.
Yep. And if you use the link in our show notes, we actually do get a little bit of a kickback on this one. So if you don't want to subscribe to our podcast, just by using that link, you can still help support us.
So help a brother and sister
So
out.
help
A married couple out.
help the homies out.
Help the homies out.
Yeah.
Help the Yeti and the base. Help the Yeti and feed the Basecamp.
Yeah. So that code will get you, it's implicit in the name. It'll get you 10% off of your purchase at Nick's Sticks. So check out the show notes, use that link, pop in the code NS10, and there you go. You got a 10% discount, which covers at least the shipping.
Yeah, we hope you enjoy them.
Enjoy.
Why is your dog poop not fertilizer? Well, the reason is because of the diets that we feed our dogs.
I'm sorry, I thought you were saying, why does your dog poop?
No.
Okay.
So the food that we feed our dogs are usually
It's not nature.
it's not a natural composition. It's
Like
usually
it's not berries outside.
It's usually high protein diets.
Mm.
And yeah, wolves eat high protein diets, but wolves are also naturally occurring dogs. They are artificially selected by us, and there are way more dogs than there are wolves in the continent. So just saying. But also,
I'm sorry.
like our dog poop, it carries parasites, it carries pathogens, and we feed our dogs medications for like
yes.
flea, tick, heartworm,
Mosquito.
and some of those byproducts do get excreted out. So
Good point. Good point.
so
Okay,
also
okay.
another thing to think about.
That's good.
And dog poop is acidic. And so what happens is if we all let our dogs just shit out in nature on top of the ground and don't do anything with it, then it starts to allow, let's see, how do I want to put this? So dog poop can act as like a vector for disease and for parasites to give to natural animals because they can contract stuff from our dogs.
Oh, no. So the animals can eat their dog poop and get sick and die?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But also, it's a highly condensed like package of nutrients, and it's nitrogen, phosphorus, and it allows for opportunistic species of plants like weeds that can just grow and pop in like that to take over. So you've got these invasive weed species taking over, and so it chokes out the diversity of the places that are being like defecated by dogs.
Wait, so you're saying that the weeds will like eat on the dog's shit?
Yeah, they'll use the nutrients from the dog poo, and they'll just like grow and rapidly multiply and choke out other native species. I'm not making this stuff up.
No, I know you're
I'm not
not.
making
This
this
is so
shit up.
sad. Like I literally didn't know that either. I mean, I don't know half these things you're talking about.
Yeah.
Until now, because you did a big deep dive.
And I didn't actually know this until I read it. But the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, lists dog poo as a pollutant. Can you believe that?
No.
It's a pollutant. I'm reading it right here.
Oh my gosh, babe.
I know.
I'm kind of wondering if we need to make this a real episode because people need to know this.
Yeah. And so this
oh my gosh.
this is just me talking about the backcountry and how it affects the backcountry.
We have
Like,
so many people that have let their dog poop out in these like trails all the time in Colorado.
It's a way worse problem in commercial areas or residential areas because there are more concentrated dogs, like counts of dogs, and there's a lot more room for feces to just be left. And it could get us sick too.
Dude, people, clean up your dog shit. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, clean up your fucking dog shit. It's not hard. We have a dog now, so we can say this. We clean up our dog's shit.
Yeah.
And when we're in the backcountry, we clean it up and we put it in her backpack.
Yeah.
You don't have to carry it.
Yeah.
You can let your dog carry it. Like, come on.
Yeah. I know.
That's
But
insane.
there's a positive side here. So you could do two things. Just pack out your dog's poop. So just bag it up and let the dog carry it if you want to carry it. you can, but I found that the wag bags, unless you like double or triple bag, they still get the smell on your gear.
Yeah. So like get a Ziploc bag and put it inside with the dog poop bag. Yeah.
Alternatively, you can bury your dog's poop. We've tried to do that once and it was super difficult.
It was really bad.
Because she just pooped on the ground and we're trying to like move it with a stick and it's smearing everywhere and it's just a problem.
Yeah.
So we kind of found that the easiest method is just bag it up.
Unless she does like a super solid poop.
Yeah. But the reason, again, that it's okay to let your dog's poop and your own poop sit 6 to 8 inches below the surface is because the fungi and the bacteria are going to get to it so quick and utilize it that it's not going to have as high of a chance of infecting other animals or allowing those nutrients to like flow and leach into the watershed.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if there's viruses like in our poop, like humans transmit hepatitis through their poop, dogs transmit viruses through their poop. But if it's underground, a virus needs a host. And if it doesn't have a host for X number of hours, days, or sometimes weeks, it dies off. So that's why burying is a great option as opposed to bagging it.
Yeah. I love that when you're talking, it's giving a thumbs up because you're doing this thumb thing.
I don't know what's happening.
Because you're talking like this. You're like talking like
I talk
that.
a lot with my hands.
And so it's like giving a thumbs up at random times. And it's always at a good moment.
Yeah. Okay, so key takeaways from all this that I just said. Pee about 200 feet away from water. Poop about 200 feet away from water. And make sure that you bury it at least 6 to 8 inches in forests and grasslands, or 3 to 4 inches at least in arid desert or alpine environments. Always pack out your toilet paper. Don't even consider burying it. Like, just pack it out. Wet wipes, just pack it out. Your dog poop. If your dog has to poop, you can't control whether the dog poops or pees. But if your dog poops close to water, you're either hauling it 200 feet away from water, or the easier situation is to just bag it up.
Also, take dog poop bags out there.
Take wag bags.
Take wag bags. Like, it's really not that hard or that heavy.
Yeah, there's some biodegradable wag bags, which are great, but just be sure you get an unscented one because you don't want a lot of smells. We have some lavender ones, and I'm like very careful about making sure we don't pack one out. Yeah.
I got this unscented ones, I think, with the blue ones I just bought.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. Okay.
So I think that's the heaviest part of this episode.
I mean, I'm like, look, I'm red.
Well, you
from all the shame.
We got some sun today too.
Shame.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we want to talk a little bit about how we handled all that junk?
I gotta take my hat off. Hang on.
Okay.
It's like really hot, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm burning up.
I think we should talk a little bit about how we handled disposing all of our junk on trail. So yeah, like
how we handled it.
I
mean, at the beginning, definitely buried the toilet paper and the wet wipes with my poop.
But you got it 6 to 8 inches deep.
Yes, I did. Yeah. I was very adamant about that, but we were also in the desert.
Yeah.
So
took a lot of work.
So definitely didn't do that right.
But a lot of the PCT in the desert is still up in tree line.
Well, that's true because as being a female, I did like to have, not being a female, but really you're more exposed, I feel like, as a female because you gotta take everything off when you're peeing.
Yeah.
So as pooping too, I was like, well, I want to find trees to poop in. So I guess normally in the desert areas, I'd find tree to hide under or behind.
Yeah.
That's true. But I think then as we learned, I began to pack out my toilet paper, wet wipes, and I had my own little cute poop bag.
Yeah.
Like poop Ziploc bag. And I would use that to do my business.
Do your business.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, one cool thing that I just recently realized, if you take a trowel with you to dig a hole,
I was going to say
on a trail, if you look at the length of the trowel, it's about 6 to 8 inches in length.
Which is super legit.
So just dig a hole as deep as your trowel is long.
6 to 8 inches. Trowel. We just figured this out.
Yeah. We used the Deuce of Spades 2. We got it at REI.
It's great. We've had it for a long time.
It's a few ounces. We just clip it onto the outside of our pack and it's like there.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you for practices?
Ooh.
I mean, you've gotten way more stickler.
I've gotten way more stickler about it. Sometimes it's impossible to poop 200 feet away from water, especially if you're in kind of a flooded watershed area and there are just inlets everywhere.
Everywhere. Like the Sierras.
And sometimes it's not possible to do it 200 feet away. So just go as far away as you can, or hold it, best case scenario, until you can get outside of that area and poop 200 feet away.
Yeah. What's next on the docket?
Well, I don't think that's the end of it.
Oh.
Well, folks, we hope you gained a lot of hard knowledge from that episode.
Convicting knowledge. Because I sure did.
And remember, again, if you want to hear our stories and a lot of the Q&As that we had, which were actually some really good ones. There's even one about a bidet, which is,
We needed to go more into a deep dive for that one.
The trail bidet.
Yeah. We actually want to hear from you guys on that. If any of you have used a bidet, will you send us like a DM on our Yeti Walks into Basecamp Instagram, or email us at yetiwalksintobasecamp@gmail.com, because we really want to know more about those things. So
yeah,
if you've got any thoughts, comments about the Trail Poops episode, please message us.
We're hungry for your attention.
We're vying for your attention. Yeah, but if also maybe we should put a poll in this one and ask people, like, do you like these informative episodes?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
No one ever uses our polls, but if you are listening to this part of the podcast episode, we're calling you out. So if you're listening, you should do the poll.
We're calling you out.
We're calling you out. Because once you know, you are responsible.
Oh, for the trail poop?
Yeah, because we talked about that in this episode.
Yeah, I know.
Once you're in the
We're
know,
responsible.
You're held responsible.
Like, okay, great example. Loba yesterday. We went and did a hike in Colorado away from the snow. Like, we had to drive an hour and a half.
Down in BV.
Down in, Buena Vista. And we let her like off the leash from the beginning because she'd been doing really well off leash. So we're like, you know what? Let's just let her out of the car off leash. And man, oh man, she went wild. But she did poop like really far away from us.
Like hundreds of feet away up on a hill. I could have left it.
We were like, did she just poop? And Wes is like, yeah.
And so
he walked over there.
I spent like 5 minutes hunting for a shit on the ground and I found it.
So, we're trying to live by our convictions.
Yeah. Practice what you preach and all.
Yeah. But anyway, well, we do hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we're going to continue to do more informative episodes like this too, of giving information, understanding why do we do what we do.
Yep. A few things we have in the lineup. But we have a great episode coming up. We're going to be interviewing a few folks from the Subaru Leave No Trace team. So they just travel and they educate and they drop some LNT knowledge. So we think that's going to be another informative episode.
Dude, so excited to get to talk to them, because I think that Leave No Trace is it's a big hot topic right now that a lot of people are talking about, and to get to interview some of those people and find out just from them, what they know and are experiencing, I think is really helpful.
I think the message of Leave No Trace is stepping away from trying to shame people, which people should still feel shame if they know and they intentionally do stuff.
Or guilt
and shame.
Not shame. Shame is you are not that person. Guilt is you just did that.
That makes me think of the Game of Thrones episode.
Shame.
Yeah, it does.
Shame. You should hear Rebecca in your head saying shame, shame with a bell.
Yeah. If you didn't know, that the woman who does shame in Game of Thrones is actually Rebecca from Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, somebody said, I mean, she's so beautiful. How was she the person in Game of Thrones?
But here she is.
I was like, holy shit.
And our next subscriber episode is going to be about resupply locations and shipping yourself boxes and really how to set yourself up for success. And we've only shipped boxes to ourselves on the PCT, but we can drop a lot of good information in that for you, and Basecamp can get a little sheet together.
Because I did get a sheet together.
Yeah.
It took me 6 months to break it down. And then I got so angry when we were on trail because I was like, I didn't even have to do any of that. It was a waste of time.
Yeah.
And then Wesley, Yeti Legs, did the Colorado Trail, and he knows that world. And then we are doing the AZT. So we are researching right now on what, I think for us, really, we're bringing our dog for a majority of it. So we're trying to figure out resupply boxes for her. For us, we don't really care because we'll eat ramen.
Yeah, but there's about 160 miles of the AZT that we can't take her with us. And that's going to be difficult, especially because it's at the very beginning and the very end. Oh. But she'll be hiking the meat of it with us there in the middle.
Can she not take a picture with us at the beginning, at least?
Oh, she can do that.
She can take a picture with us, and then we'll say bye.
Yeah, but we have
It's going to be devastating.
But there's really no great pickup point for someone to get her, before the Grand Canyon.
Right. So someone will just have to be there with us, take a picture, and then take Loba.
Oh, yeah. She'll be freaking out.
She's going to be so sad.
Sweet girl.
She knows we're talking about her. She just looked over here. Anyway. All right. Well, that concludes our episode of Trail Poops, the first part.
Yeah, this is the first half, and you're not going to get a second half unless you subscribe. Sorry.
It's a funny second half, to be honest.
It's a great, funny second half.
We had some people ask some really funny questions.
Yeah.
Which is great.
And before we wrap up, we should always give a great shout out to The Fire Once Lost for our intro and our outro music.
Thank you, good sir. And go check out his new content, you guys. His new music. It's pretty. It's fire.
It's content.
It is content.
It is content.
It's music. It's fire.
Yeah, you can find it's fire. The Fire Once Lost. See what you did there.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I heard that. But you can find links to their Spotify page and their Instagram in our show notes. There's so much great information in our show notes. We spend a lot of time dumping all that in there. So if you've got 2 minutes to click on the show notes and scan through it, you'll find some discount codes, and you might find some great links to, a great artist you want to listen to.
I love that you said we spend time. Wesley spends time on the show notes. He spends hours dissecting the show notes together. So if you go in there, you'll see how detailed.
I try and make this a team effort, inclusive.
It's very kind of you, but I'll give you I literally told him the other day, I was like, I mean, does anyone even read the show notes?
I hope someone does.
He spends so much time on them.
If we're being honest, all Basecamp does is record the podcast episode with me, and I do everything else.
Listen, I don't have a lot of time in this season.
I know.
I only have time to talk.
No, I think it's perfect. And I appreciate the time that you can dedicate.
Well, I appreciate that you do everything else for us, because it wouldn't happen if he didn't do it.
That's true.
That's very true.
Oh, man.
I love you.
I love you. Well, let's wrap this sucker up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. All right, well, you guys.
Let's wrap it up in a wag bag.
Oh?
Oh, yeah.
A
Full
stinky
circle.
wag bag?
Full circle.
Full circle. Well, thanks, guys, for listening. We appreciate everything that you do for us, whether it's listening, whether it's subscribing, whether it's leaving comments, emailing us. We seriously love listening. Wow. We love hearing from you. It's why we do this. We do it for us too, because it helps us process. Because post-trail is hard in processing, I think. So, but we are really encouraged that you're all coming behind us and listening to what we're doing.
Yeah. So stay tuned. We're going to try and keep episodes regularly released.
Regularly? Say that 10 times
regularly released around Mondays.
Yeah, stay tuned.
I know. We're
going to try.
This will be the second Monday release in a row.
Monday drops. Bing, 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 bing.
All right. As we like to say in the hiking community,
happy trails.